They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Returning it, John Ross. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. Their seventh-year quarterback from TCU bringing him onto the field. That's the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Now a play fake here on first down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Carry for Giovanni Bernard. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
When you're right on the verge of being a top 10 overall offense in the NFL, you would think that things are pretty good for your team. But the Bengals want to improve. They were 13th in rushing, and for a team that wants to run the football first, last, and always, that's an area that they're trying to jump up in 2017.
Second down following the run. They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Dalton gives to Bernard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
This is a defense that's always carried itself with a swagger, and one of the things they take great pride in, rushing the passer. They were 6th against the pass in 2016. Have to shore up their run defense, though. Just 29th. That's quite a surprise, considering the athletes they have on that side of the ball.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Still 2nd down.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 36-yard line here. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now the rookie from Pitt, this is James Conner. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Here's Peterman. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now the rookie from San Diego State, it's Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Quickly now, here's the Buffalo offense.
Well, the one thing we do know about Buffalo, they love to run the football. Number 1 in the NFL in 2016 in rushing yardage. Expect that to continue, but look for an upgrade in the passing game. If they have that, they can be really dangerous.
Let's see what the offense comes with here, 2nd and 8. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
The Cincinnati defense is well respected around the league, but they didn't play to their standard in 2016 if you just look at the pure numbers. Ended up 17th overall in total defense, but in the tough division that they're in, the AFC North, they have to be better against the run. They ranked as 21st in 2016. That's got to change for them to make the improvement they want in 2017.
Third and 4. From midfield now, here's Peterman. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Our first half update now from Philadelphia, and the Eagles out in front early. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that.
Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, 96 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out come the Bills. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Now it's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Peterman. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play there for Cincinnati. 52 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a carry for Bernard. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Dalton throwing on second down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
Here comes Nathan Peterman out for his next drive. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Michael Johnson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
11 more on that one and another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Completes it to Benjamin. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Toss play, Connor. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll bootleg it with Peterman. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Carl Lawson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
As aggressive as Cincinnati is on defense, I was surprised that they only had 33 sacks last season.
Yeah, bottom half of the NFL.
I think that helped contribute to them not making the playoffs. Remember, they had a nice little run going. That's the first time they missed in the last 6.
So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses we talk to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And heading back out there, Giovanni Bernard getting ready to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Second down, Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Preston Brown coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's going to go down again. Preston Brown in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, he really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, we get a peek at Kelvin Benjamin as he heads back out there now. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. from the shotgun. Peterman got his man complete over the middle. That's Thompson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now Peterman on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
All right, here we go.
On third down, Peterman. Open man is Holmes. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Peterman. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Andre Holmes, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills draw a bit closer.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. He hasn't had his best day. They have been good running the football, and they have the lead, though, so maybe he just personally wants to improve his play.
And that's without a doubt, because at the end of the game, he wants to feel like he had a really good hand in his team winning, if in fact they do go on and get that done. But the bottom line is finding a way to win the game. So if you're not playing that well, but somebody else is on the team, keep going to that hot hand.
Yeah, not over yet, but looking good here in the second quarter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bills will take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Again, here's Bernard. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now the Bengals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Now Bernard. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game. Here's Donnie Jones now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, LR.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA halftime report. The Bengals are happy to be sitting in the locker room with a lead. The Bills didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Now 1st and 10, Bernard's going to stay between the tackles, and he's going for the 96-yard touchdown. That takes the lead up to 10. 1st and 10, Benjamin's wide open here on the catch. He ends up at the 44-yard line before he stopped on the play. Bills lined up at the 15. Peterman's got the completion here, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score, cutting the deficit to 3. That'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get it back out to Cincinnati for the second half as we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And coming up later tonight in the NFL, we'll have the Chiefs heading down to Houston to take on the Texans, and then on Monday night, it'll be an NFC North battle, Vikings and Bears from Soldier Field.
Traditional rivals getting after it one more time.
And they start the second half with a carry by McCoy. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now it's Peterman. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Peterman to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Colton Schmidt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's second down. Dalton looking. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Right there at the 43. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And now to the air, Dalton. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They go play action here on first down. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Passing, it's Dalton. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And the back goes into motion. On 2nd down, here's Peterman. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. It was looking for Matthews that time, and now it's 2nd down.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Peterman, he's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. For McCoy in the last 7 years, 5 of them over 1,000 yards.
Underrated in how strong he is through the hole. And the best part of his game, open field, where he makes a whole lot of people miss.
In 2016, he was 7th in the league in rushing yardage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll throw on first down with Peterman. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They go play action with Peterman. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
From the gun on 3rd down, Peterman. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They find some open field here. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Dalton First and 10. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. Now, remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team. And he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get him to fourth down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And here come the Bills. On first down, Peterman will set up the screen to McCoy. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
He's so multi-talented, isn't he? He can catch the ball, not just on screens, as we saw there. Get him out into open field. He makes big-time plays. Had 50 catches a year ago.
Yeah, and even 50, that was the most he's had since 2013. Throwing now, Peterman on first down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Offense.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Second down, Peterman. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Dalton right back on the horse after the pick six. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Now Tre'Davious White on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead
and nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, When I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. All incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And a right side completion here by LaFell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A Bengal first down, Dalton hitting LaFell. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now Dalton. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. 1st and 10 for Dalton. And that is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Second and 10. Dalton once more. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Alex Okafor. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now a handoff here to his running back. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here comes Nathan Peterman out for his next drive. I would imagine you want to win every game big, but if you're a quarterback in the NFL, this is the spot that you love.
You've been dreaming of it since you were a kid, playing in the backyard or the front yard, wherever, where you went through those imaginary situations. Now it's real, though. What practice have you put in since the OTAs, the mini camps, preseason camp, sequence of plays, get the ball to the outside, get it out of bounds, save your timeouts, move the ball downfield to get your team in a position to win the game.
And a field goal, of course, no good. They need a score. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Leopard! Leopard! No, check, Patriot! Here you go now! Green 39! Green 39! No, check, Patriot!
He's back to throw. Completes it to Lee. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Charles Clay has tied in the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes...